Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our webinar. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, good afternoon. Greetings from Cyprus.
Hi, so I think we can start. Anyway, the webinar is recorded, so everyone who was registered, who will join us later on, will receive a link with the recording. So today the topic of our webinar is Cyprus. It's becoming a very attractive destination right now. We will talk about Cyprus Permanent Residency, how to get it, what are the advantages of Cyprus Permanent Residency, what are the benefits of living in Cyprus in general, because many people consider this for relocation, for tax optimization, and like the second and biggest part of our webinar will be Cyprus real estate market. So we will tell what are the currently available attractive real estate investment projects, where to invest, why to invest there. So we will go through all the interesting options. So my name is Alison. I'm a vice president at Solent, and today with me here is Elena. Hi, Elena.
Hi, Alison. Thank you for having me today. Guys, I'm joining you from Cyprus, from Paphos, and today it's 19 degrees here. So I hope that by the end of our webinar, all of you will have a wish to visit us soon because spring is here already.
Yeah, great. So let me start with some overview and introduction about our company. So I'm a vice president at Solent. At Solent, we do immigration services and we assist mainly with second citizenship and residency by investment. We also do non-investment residencies in Europe, and we do real estate investment advisory, mainly in UAE, in Europe, if it's connected with residency programs, and we also assist with business setup solutions in UAE and some other countries. So our head office is in Dubai. I'm currently in Dubai, and we also have representatives in Moscow, Istanbul, and Montenegro. So let's start to talk about Cyprus. Currently, Cyprus is really becoming more and more attractive, and we see a lot of demand from different clients from UK, from Middle East, from other countries. So let's talk why Cyprus is attractive in general. We will share some general information because, of course, many people consider Cyprus to invest money in, and in order to understand how is the real estate market, we also need to understand the general conditions of the country, how safe it is, how good it is, what is the climate. So Cyprus, let's say, hits all the boxes here. Cyprus is the member of European Union since May 2004, with the capital of Nicosia, and the language is Greek. So what are the main interesting facts about Cyprus? It has a very high standard and quality of life. So it has well-developed medicine, infrastructure, and a high level of education. It's actually 5th place in the world, according to Knight Frank, among the best destinations for relocation. And I can really see that this is true because, as I've already said, we work with many directions, we work with many nationalities, and more we see that people are really considering Cyprus not only to get permanent residency, not only to invest money in the country, but also to have kind of like a plan B option to relocate, maybe partly, maybe like for half a year or even more, or relocate the family. And a good adding point to this is that Cyprus has an amazing weather, as Elena already mentioned. So it's almost every time it's sunny. So yeah, it's really nice. Cyprus is also one of the centers for international business. So in some ranks, it was also very high positioned. And this is also something that we see that is really happening nowadays. Again, I have several clients who currently have several business like hubs in their minds, people who have business expansion all over the world. And mainly they say that Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Cyprus are the best places to do business, to have good tax strategy, and to plan for the future. So Cyprus really has its benefits. Here we also have some advantages of living in Cyprus, and maybe here, Elena, as you live in Cyprus, can share also some of your experience. Why is it so good? Why so many people choose Cyprus to live, to spend time, to have vacations?
Yes, actually, I would, first of all, I would like to confirm that really lots and lots of families choose Cyprus for relocation, just to move here permanently. And there are several reasons for that. First of all, as we mentioned, it's a climate, and it's really 340 sunny days per year. It's clean beaches, blue flag beaches. It's a very safe country. And actually, Cyprus is ranked in top 5 safest countries of the world with population less than 1 million. Cyprus English language is widely spoken, so everyone speaks English here. You feel here comfortable language-wise. The legal system is based on British law, so it's also one of the benefits. But if we move to general benefits, to particular benefits, like for a family, what family will benefit from relocating here, then very important things that you can get here good education level. What does it mean? First of all, if your children are school children and you are looking for schools, here we have a variety of private international schools. If you have grown-up children and you are looking for a higher education, for colleges and universities, we have here both of them. We have in each city, we have colleges, universities, so children can get higher education. Healthcare system. We have doctors who were educated in the USA, in the UK, in European countries. They speak fluent English, they speak many other languages, and we have private and general hospitals in each town. I think we will cover it a bit later, but Cyprus offers very attractive tax regime. This is also a key point why many people are choosing Cyprus for that. And it's attractive tax regime both for the companies and for the individuals. And Cyprus, even though being a small island, it has lots of facilities for leisure, for entertainment. We have here golf resorts, we have sport facilities. I mean, every generation of your family can find something here and to feel here safe and comfortable.
Yeah, so that actually sounds amazing, like a dream destination. But yeah, really, why not to highlight the advantages if they really exist? So as Alina already mentioned, yeah, healthcare is at a very good level comparing to many countries, not to name any, but still it's not difficult to get an appointment. It's not very expensive. It's possible to have private and public clinics. It's possible to have access to this. So healthcare is on a very good level in Cyprus.
Alison, sorry for interrupting. Just to add one thing, that if you live here more than 6 months, you can join to national healthcare insurance system, and so you will be covered by healthcare, and all your medical expenses will be lower than if you use the private doctors. So it's also very important.
Yeah, so can you hear me? I guess
yes. Yes.
Yeah, I was disconnected. Yeah, thank you so much, Alina. Yeah, so and I also wanted to share that living in Dubai, I have many clients who are again considering buying something in Europe or in other countries, and very often I hear that their children study in Cyprus, so they receive they're getting higher education in Cyprus. So it's very popular nowadays. And I think it's due to the British system that is applicable in Cyprus, and the prices are lower than in like famous British universities, but the level of education is relatively similar. So it's really very attractive. And again, if we consider Cyprus as a plan B, as a future for our like next generation, so it's really a good choice. And taxes. So as we said already, that it's one of the most interesting places to relocate business, to expand, or to have some branches. Depending on the field of your business, it's possible to have very low taxes in Cyprus, as we see here that it's 0% taxes on property inheritance and passive income from non-domiciles. So corporate taxes are relatively low comparing again to many countries. So it's really a good destination for those who are looking for some business expansion and to expanding some opportunities to one of the European countries. Yeah, and what we also briefly mentioned already is that it's really one of the safest countries. It's ranked top 5, and it's you can really feel it there. So it's a low crime rate, serious crimes are very rare, and like again comparing to other countries where like street robbery is very popular and is really happening and no one can do anything, Cyprus is still a safe place to be. So it's safe to raise the children there, it's safe to send your families for the relocation to some part relocation time. So and it's also a politically stable country. Okay, so let's start talking about Cyprus Permanent Residency, the program that is very attractive actually. However, probably it was not, like, it depends on the nationality. So some nationalities, as Russians, for example, have found out that Cyprus is a very nice place to get a second residency in, but some other nationalities have just started to find out what it is about. And today we will talk about it. So in order to get Cyprus permanent residency, it's required to spend 300,000 euros. And the most the most interesting and the most popular option is to buy real estate for this amount. So it's 300,000 euros investment into residential real estate from the developer. So second-hand market cannot work for residential properties, or it's possible to buy commercial real estate from the developer secondhand. So I also want to highlight these points here, because if we talk about Europe in general, there are only, like, I can say, like 1-2 options where it's still possible to buy real estate and to get a residency instead. And Cyprus is actually still one of these options where it's possible. So yeah, to get Cyprus permanent residency, you also have minimum stay requirements. So basically, you just need to visit Cyprus, which is 1 day in 2 years. You don't need to relocate there. You don't need to live there. And you also can include your family members. So everyone will get Cyprus permanent residency. And you can include your spouse, financially dependent, children under 25 years old. So everyone will receive the cards. If we talk about the advantages, all the advantages of becoming Cyprus permanent resident. So first thing is that the card is given for 10 years. So this is a very attractive and interesting point, and it can be extended. Of course, you need to understand that you need to hold the assets and you don't need to sell it. Again, as I said, that no relocation or residence is required. It's only a visit or once in 2 years. No language requirements, no interviews, nothing like this. So you invest the money and you get the residency cards. Important thing that I want to mention here is that Cyprus is not yet a part of the Schengen Union. So Cyprus residency doesn't give you a visa-free access to Schengen countries. And this is an important thing to say, because it's always a confusion sometimes, because Cyprus is part of European Union, but not yet of the Schengen zone. However, there are rumors and there is news that very soon it's going to become a part. Nothing yet confirmed. So yeah, I want to ask you, Elena, what do you think? Is it going to happen? What are the news now? What do you think about it?
Well, actually, it's not a rumors. It's actual announcement from the government. I work with Cyprus real estate for many years, and I can tell you that there were discussions about joining of Cyprus to Schengen zone. But this year, it's not just a discussion; it's an announcement from the government that Cyprus is working on that, and there are negotiations with Brussels about that. And if I'm not mistaken, this year Cyprus is the chairman of EU, and of course they're trying to move this process. So according to these announcements, Cyprus is doing its best to finish the joining to Schengen zone by the end of this year. But of course, we cannot say something more. It's not on our level, but this is what announcements are about.
Yeah, and here what we need to think about is that if it happens, or I would better say when it happens, we don't know what's going to become with the program. It's as we work with many programs, as I said, all the official ways of getting European residency of second passport, we see the tendency that the programs are either being closed or becoming more and more expensive. So taking into account that right now it's almost like open market investment in Cyprus with the minimum investment of 300,000 euros, which is relatively one of the lowest in Europe, it's very possible that when Cyprus becomes a Schengen member, this amount it will be not a surprise if it's going to be increased like even twice or even more, because it's possible. And so of course all the people who have already bought something will benefit from it a lot. So the real estate market will rise, and the permanent residency will become a Schengen Union permanent residency with a visa-free travel to Europe. So of course we do not say this as a fact that has already happened. It's just like a forecast, a prediction, because we don't know when it's going to happen. But of course, if you consider investing in Cyprus, becoming a resident of Cyprus, we will recommend not to postpone, because we don't know what's going to happen like end of this year, for example. So better not to wait. However, I wanted to say that if the family relocates to Cyprus and after living 8 years in the country, it's possible to apply for a Cyprus passport. And Cyprus passport will be a EU passport, and it will already grant all the benefits of being a European Union member and European Union citizen. So it's also a possibility for those who really think about relocating to Cyprus and build their life there. Yeah, so here we have like some list of documents that are required to obtain permanent residency in Cyprus. So the only thing that we want to pay your attention to is that it's required to show the income that you have. And for the main applicant, for the main applicant, it's 50,000 euros. And if there are additional members in your family composition, it's also an added price that you need to, an added amount that you need to show for them as well. And I also saw the question that is it required for one person to invest 300,000 and for each member of the family to invest the same amount? No, if you have like spouse and children under 25 years old, everyone can be included into one application with only one property purchase of 300,000 euros.
And I'd like to add here to that question that, first of all, because it's a brand new property, it would be VATable. So you will pay also the VAT plus to this amount. And the thing which is important, as Alison mentioned, you're buying one unit for over 300,000 euro or over, plus the VAT, and all family members who are eligible for the program, they can apply. But the only thing which is important to note that if it's, let's say, family of 4 people, it cannot be 1-bedroom apartment. The number of bedrooms should correspond with the number of family members. So you need to choose a property which is comfortable to accommodate all the family members. This is important note.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Yes, so here we have the investment criteria, as Selena correctly mentioned, that it's 300,000 euros plus VAT when it's applicable. It's actually also, there are other investment options, investment instruments to invest into to get the residency in Cyprus, which is investment in the share capital of the company or in units of Cyprus investment funds. So now we will not cover this today, but in case you're interested, we will contact you after the webinar. You will see our contacts, and we can contact you later on after the webinar to talk through other options as well. But today we will talk about real estate investment mainly. Yeah, so here's just some highlights, I think, of the real estate market in Cyprus. Yeah, maybe Elena also can comment. What is the average rental income that one can generate? Because it's a very common question, what I can expect to have from the property that I bought in Cyprus. What is capital appreciation?
Okay, this is a very good question. And if we're speaking about the investment in general, you have here several strategies. You can use the strategy of buy to let when you are buying a property and renting it out. And then it depends if you rent it short term or long term. But yes, this is correct. We can speak about from 4 up to 7% rental yield, depending on the property, on its location, and some other important criteria. Or we can speak about another strategy when you are like early bird strategy, when you are buying something off plan and you are on the moment when the property is launched, the project is launched, and then you sell it when it's ready. So for this, we can speak about around 15% conservatively of the capital appreciation. So these are different scenarios, and we usually discuss it already with the people directly. What are their expectations on the yields, on the income, and what is the budget of the investment, and we try to find the best investment solution.
Okay, super. We have this step-by-step process of getting Cyprus permanent residency, and actually it's pretty straightforward. I also saw the question of how long the process realistically takes right now to get the permanent residency, and we can say that within a year it's possible to get one. Of course, sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's faster approved, but yeah, around like 7 to 10 months is something that we can think about when we talk about Cyprus permanent residency from start to finish. And of course, the main part where our clients are actively involved is the choice of real estate, because this is where we choose, where we compare the options, where we find the most suitable depending on the client's investment strategy. And the rest is all on us and our real estate and lawyers team, so we cover everything. Maybe one more thing that we need to highlight here is the bank clearance thing, is that we also need to be ready to show the proof of the source of funds, because but it's actually the case for almost all European programs. Of course, we need to do this via bank transfer, and we need to show where the money comes from. So just an additional thing that we need to be ready for, but again, our team fully helps at every stage and supervise all the process. I think we can cover the questions right now, because we will go to the real estate topic. And before we start this, let's answer what we have here. So, okay, so is Cyprus permanent residency equivalent to European residency? So it's actually called also European residency. However, as I already mentioned, it's not the same as getting, for example, France residency. Yeah, because Cyprus is not a part of the Schengen Union yet. It's about to become it, maybe even like this year or early next year. We don't know yet, but the Schengen Union access is not yet granted if you have a passport that doesn't have a visa free to Europe. Cyprus Permanent Residency will not grant this. You will still need to apply for the visas. So another question, how about if you already own a property valued over 300,000 euros?
I think I will answer this question. Actually, here it's important to know, to get a bit more details about your situation. What property have you bought? Meaning, was it brand new? Was it from the developer? And was your agreement for the amount of 300,000 or above? So it doesn't matter the value, but what matters is what was stated in your contract. If it's like that, then we need to look into the situation deeper, because obviously there is no, as far as I know, there is no time limit when you can apply for permanent residency, provided that you bought a new property from the developer and the sales contract was on the amount over 300,000 plus VAT. And there is one question which is very close to this one. Does it still apply if I bought my property in 2018 to apply for permanent residency? Yes, the answer is the same. We need to see what have you bought. Was it new property? And if yes, the sales amount. And again, as I told you, as far as I know, there is no time restriction when you can apply for the program.
Yeah, thank you so much. So as for the process length, we've already said within a year it will be finalized, can be from 7 to 10 months. So is the investment cash only, or it's possible to get a mortgage?
The main requirement of the program that the amount should come overseas from abroad, and it should be your own money. It shouldn't be a loan. So you cannot take a loan in Cyprus and then to apply for permanent residency. So it should be your own investment from abroad.
Thank you so much. So is it possible for the stable income to come from pension or retirement savings? Yeah, it's about the certificate of stable income to get the permanent residency.
No. If I do understand correctly the question, then no, we have permanent residency program, which is based on the 4 options which Alison mentioned before, and you can find one of these. You can choose one of the scenarios which is more comfortable for you.
So do we provide assistance with tax residency? Can you help with NHR? Yes, so we have also a lawyers team who can support everything. So you can share your details and we will contact you and we can schedule a separate consultation to go through all the details and to tell how it's possible to do this. So how long is possible to stay in Cyprus without residency? I'm looking to move and either rent by and would be still working for a company outside of Cyprus. So it actually depends on your current passport, because this is something that needs to be checked. If you receive just a visa, like visa to Cyprus, it's probably like 90 days, half a year usually, which is given.
If it's a European passport or British passport, or let's say Israeli passport, as far as I know, all these nationalities, they are allowed to stay here for, as Alison mentioned, 90 days per half a year. If it's any other countries, then we need to see. But if you are spending here more than, even if you are European by citizenship, but if you spend here more than 3 months per half a year, still you need to get some residency, because you are allowed to spend here only 3 months per half a year. So
Yeah.
just I think it's better to send a separate message explaining your situation, and we'll see what solutions we can find for you.
Yeah, exactly. So the question is about the developments, that many of them where construction was halted. How do you ensure the developer is financially stable?
Well, first of all, there are not many constructions which was halted. But anyway, first of all, we are working only with the trusted developers with the proof track record of the construction of the project. And what is also important that today in Cyprus, most number of the developers, they are not using any loans for the construction. And all the project, the sales of the project, they are start from scratch from as soon as the projects are launched. And when developer is owns the plot of land and then he starts to sell properties, actually you buy the property and start pay from the moment you sign the agreement. So it's a good question, and we can, and besides that, we also do due diligence of the developers with whom we work, and we always work on the projects. We always offer to our customers the projects which have received all the necessary permits to start the construction. And besides as well, we have the contract of sale, which is always has all the obligations of each party and all the sales contract. Actually, I think it's a very long answer will be now, but just to make it shorter, each deal is always supported by the lawyer, local Cyprus lawyer, to cover all the risks of such cases. But coming back to from what I started, we always do due diligence of the developers, and we don't offer any developers without proven track record of the construction.
Yes, so there's a question about company setup. If we assist with this, yes, we can do this as well. So send us your contact details. We will contact you and have a separate consultation regarding the options. And I think a good question later on to switch to real estate topic fully is the VAT on the property, because it's a very common question that is asked. So Cyprus has a standard 19% VAT, but it's possible. There are several important exemptions and reduced rates on the property. So maybe, Elena, you can also comment.
Actually, it's a very good question, and it's on time. I will explain why. Because yes, the standard VAT is 19%, but now Cyprus is in a kind of transition period, and I will explain what I mean. So before, there was a rule when you were buying a first property for your personal use, meaning that you were not planning to rent it out, you could apply for reduced 5% VAT, meaning you could claim back 14% VAT, provided, as I told you, you are using it for yourself, you are not renting it out, and you are living and using this property, you are holding this property not less than 10 years. Now the tax legislation was changed, and from now on, all the projects which received the permits, the planning permits after October 2024, they are not allowed to this reduction unless it's a property valued less than 350,000 euros and it has the total area of 130 square meters. It can be a bit more, like 475, provided that the square meters is still lower than 190, and then you pay for 350 this 5%, and for the difference you pay 19. But we still have a project which have old permits, and if you are entering a deal with a high budget project like over 1 million or and above, and you sign your contract and you register yourself your sale before 15th of June, you still can get reduced VAT. So if you are looking for something luxurious, it's really good time to make a deal, because after 15th of June, all the projects, even with the old permits, will not be eligible for reduced VAT.
Okay, super. Thank you so much for the clear explanation. So I actually think that I will give a full floor to you because we're starting the real estate topic more deeply. And yes, you probably all already understood that Selena is a great and very experienced expert in Cyprus real estate. So yeah, we will listen carefully to the strategies, to the areas where to invest and what are currently available options.
Thank you very much, Alison. Actually, I would start, I think, with one interesting question. Who are those who are buying, who are investing in property in Cyprus? And here I would highlight four major categories. First are those who are buying property to relocate, to reside, to live here permanently. And I will include in the same category those who are buying here holiday homes, second home, coming here from time to time. Second group, which we already, I believe, covered enough, are those mainly non-Europeans, non-EU members who are looking for permanent residency program. Third group are those who are looking for tax residency in Cyprus. And the fourth group is, of course, pure investors. And as I mentioned before, we have different investment strategies. So these are four major groups of property buyers in Cyprus. And now I want to, as I think we gave a general overview about Cyprus, and now I want to give you a bit better understanding of regions of Cyprus. And here, first of all, I would like to emphasize that Cyprus is a small island, and frankly speaking, you can drive around entire island within one day. But and also the distances between the cities, they are really small. But nevertheless, each region has its own unique features, its own specifics. Usually, when people are not familiar with Cyprus, we always recommend to come here and go and visit different areas to get your own feeling of which area is more comfortable for you. But here I would like to give like a bit brief overview of each region. So just to create an initial understanding, maybe which area suits you more and your tasks more. So we will move along our coastline from west to east, and I will start with the beautiful city of Paphos. Actually, this is my favorite place in Cyprus. I live in Paphos, as I already mentioned, and I believe it's the best area. But Paphos is located on the western coast of Cyprus. It's the most picturesque area of Cyprus because it's surrounded by nature and it's bordering Akamas National Park. Paphos is a popular touristic destination because it has rich ancient history. There are lots of UNESCO World Heritage sites here. Paphos has lots of blue flag beaches. We have lots of nice tavernas, modern restaurants, hotels, sport facilities, everything for comfortable leisure and holidays. But besides, Paphos is also a city which lives throughout the year, well, where all the amenities are operational throughout the year. Paphos has several international schools. Paphos has several private hospitals. Paphos is golf capital of Cyprus. 4 out of 5 golf resorts of Cyprus are located in Paphos. And recently, Paphos also became a student capital of Cyprus. We have here several universities and many students are moving here to Paphos. Besides, Paphos has one of the international airports, and we have flights from here to many European destinations. So, in terms of the property, Paphos is a town with the villas and low-rise buildings. It's very it's quiet, it's not hectic. And if, let's say, you ask me, for whom is Paphos, I believe Paphos is definitely for young families with the children. It's a perfect place to raise your children here. Paphos is the perfect place for those who are retiring and want to move to some sunny place. And Paphos, of course, is a perfect place for the investment. And here I have selected several property options. I want to mention that there are plenty of options, and of course, we usually listen carefully to your requests, your expectations, and we provide customized property selections. But here are just examples to see what you can get in Paphos. If you are looking for something for the permanent residency program, here is example of amazing option. It's a project which is being constructed in a universal area of Paphos. Universal area is one of the sought after areas of Paphos. It's located very close to the sea, close to all the amenities. The project itself, it's a gated project with a communal pool, with a gym, with the facilities for the owners. And here you can get 2-bedroom apartment with the underfloor heating, with the VRV air condition, with the parking space for 385,000 plus VAT. Here, the delivery of the project is in 18 months, and here we have, as it's under construction, we have properties to choose from, where they are facing, the layout, and all the rest. Another option is this is actually a fantastic project. It's off-plan project. They start construction in a month. It's a project of several villas located in Trimethousa area. It's a bit above the touristic center. It's a hillside area. Again, it's just 10 minutes drive to the city center, to the sea, and it's like 2-3 minutes drive to some of the important amenities. Why I chose this project? Because here all the houses will have unobstructed forever sea view. It's a fantastic view. And one more important thing about this project, that this project has these old permits, which I mentioned before. And you can get here still 5% VAT if you are buying it for your personal use, provided that you complete the deal before 15th of June. And the last option in Paphos, which is like luxurious one, it's the last ready to move in house in Pea area. Pea is one of the picturesque areas of Cyprus. This is a luxurious development, gated development with the private villas. And this is 6-bedroom villa with a fantastic view to the sea and to the ravine. The view will never be closed because it's protected zone in front. And this villa has everything you can dream about, and it's ready to move in. It's the last available villa in the project. So just several examples of different types of the projects in different time, in different budgets. And now let's move along our coastline to Limassol. And Limassol is the biggest seaside city in Cyprus in terms of the population. It's around 240,000 people living there. Limassol is the most active, the most vibrant city of Cyprus. Limassol is the biggest business center. Here we have lots of headquarters of international companies who are based in Limassol. Limassol is kind of cultural hub of Cyprus. Lots of cultural events and festivals are held there. Limassol is a popular touristic destination. We have lots of fantastic 5-star hotels there. We have lots of facilities, modern restaurants operating there. Limassol is a home to international important port and to Limassol Yacht Marina. Recently, Limassol welcomed first golf resort. Limassol is also a home to first 5-star casino resort, which is located also in Limassol. I'm not mentioning schools, I'm not mentioning clinics, I'm not mentioning all the amenities. You have here everything in a greater volume than any other city. Limassol is very active, Limassol is big, Limassol is vibrant, and I mean, you can find here everything. And if with pick for whom Limassol is. If you are young and if you're a young couple, young family, if you are a businessman, if you are an investor, I mean, Limassol ticks all the boxes. So it's really one of the most popular areas of Cyprus. The only thing which I want to mention that in terms of real estate, besides low-rise buildings and the villas, we also have here our main sea road full of fantastic high-rise buildings, skyscrapers, and we have even the tallest building in the Mediterranean located in Limassol. So Limassol has completely different vibe in comparison to other cities, and that's why I also mentioned that it's always important to visit all the cities to create your own opinion. And again, I selected some of the properties here in Limassol. First project, again, it's more for those who are looking for permanent residency. It's a small block of 11 apartments located in Germasoia area of Limassol. Germasoia area is one of the most popular areas of Limassol. It's the area which has all the necessary amenities. It's close to the sea. It's very conveniently located, and many foreigners are choosing this part of Limassol to stay. Here you can get 2-bedroom apartments. Again, it's eligible for permanent residency program. And what is also important to mention that the project is off plan. The construction will start next year, and usually the delivery time of this project around 2022 months. And one more project, it's a kind of a star project. It's Seafront Resort, which consists of apartments and villas. It was designed in cooperation with famous Philip Stark. And this is unique seafront project which offers lots of amenities to its residents. It's a business center, yacht club, mini golf, tennis courts, cinema, spa, gym, restaurant, everything you can think of. The project is under construction now. Some blocks of apartments are already very progressed. Some are just starting. It's fantastic project for the investment, for your personal relocation and living. So this is really one of the star projects now in Limassol. And now let's move to Larnaca. Larnaca is one of the oldest settlements in Cyprus. It's now it's a modern and dynamically developing town. What is important to know about Larnaca? First, Larnaca is the home to main international airport. Second, Larnaca, I think it has the best location on the island, meaning that it's 20 minutes drive to any area of Cyprus except Paphos. Paphos is a bit further away from Larnaca. If you need to go to Nicosia, to the capital, if you want to go to Limassol or to Ayia Napa or to mountains, it's 20-25 minutes. So if you need to travel a lot within the island or you are traveling abroad, you have the main international airport. So Larnaca is a right choice. Larnaca, I don't know why, but for some reason, Larnaca started its development later than, let's say, Limassol and Paphos. So it still has the prices for the real estate still lower than in other cities. And of course, because of that, Larnaca has huge investment potential. Again, the city is a popular touristic destination, and again, this city is living throughout the year. You have all the necessary facilities and amenities to spend the whole year, no matter of the season. Again, some examples of the property in Larnaca. This is off-plan project in Livadia area, again, popular area, walking distance to the sea, walking distance to all the amenities. It's off-plan project, And as you see, the price is 373,000 for 2-bedroom apartment, which is located 400 meters from the sea. And one more option for those who prefer houses, villas. It's a huge villa project, again located steps away from the sea. And you can get here 3-bedroom villa for 671,000 euro plus VAT. And so this is some examples of the properties in Larnaca. And now we move to Ayanapa and Protaras area. And this area, if you remember when I was speaking about the other cities, I was always all the time mentioning that these are popular touristic resorts because all the cities are located on the seaside. But Ayanapa and Protaras, it's a resort on the resort, if it's possible to say like that. It's a popular touristic destination and it's real touristic center of Cyprus. Even local Cypriots, when they are going for holidays, they travel from other cities to Ayanapa and Protaras. These are small settlements. They are very close to each other. But what makes them so special? It's, of course, their beaches. It's a golden sandy beaches in Ayanapa and Protaras, clean blue sea. Ayanapa is more youth-oriented area. There are lots of young people there, like lots of nightclubs, bars, vibrant nightlife. While Protaras is more family-oriented. It's a family resort. People with the families, with children are visiting it more. This area is the area which has a bit of seasonality. So it's very active in summer, in the high season, but in winter time, in lower season, it's more quiet and many places are closed. So I will pay attention to this region of Ayanapa and Protaras, to those who are looking either for holiday home, for summer home, or for investment. If you are looking for something to do, Airbnb, to rent out short term, I think it's a perfect location. So these are and I forgot about the properties. And here some examples of the projects. So here is example of house and villa, which is off plan. Again, small development on 14 villas, and it's being built in Protaras area. Again, it's just a short walk to the sea. It's detached houses with a pool, nice location, close to the fantastic beaches of Protaras, close to all the amenities, and you can buy such a house for your holiday as your holiday home, or also it will be in demand for rentals because of its location, obviously. So this is basically it from me. And let's see if there are any questions about the regions. I would be happy to answer.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alina. Yeah, it was very insightful. And you are based in Paphos. Is Paphos your favorite area of Cyprus?
Yes, Paphos is my favorite area. I'm based here, and but I tried to be very objective and not promote only Paphos area, because actually Paphos, each region has something to offer, and each region is fantastic. But Paphos, yes. Why I like Paphos? Because you have here the nature. You have here, it's a bit hilly place, so you have nice, fantastic views. And by the way, some people saying that's like for fun, but it's true. Paphos sunsets are the best on the island, and some touristic companies, they arrange excursions to see the sunset in Paphos. It's really fantastic.
Wow. Sounds amazing. Yeah, that's actually a good also point, because we work with all the requests for property. We face the cases when people are like, okay, I want to buy something in Limassol only, but then we start to offer like basing on the investment request that he has on the budget, and then he ends up buying in Paphos and vice versa. So it happens. And of course, if you plan your trip, if you plan to visit the property, so as we said, Alina is on site, so she will be ready to meet with you and to show the projects, the areas where it's possible to invest, to see this amazing sunset in Paphos. Yeah, but we really recommend before any trip to make it productive and to make it happen and to make it somehow like valuable and useful. Before anything, we need to have proper consultation, and we better narrow the choice of what you're looking for, because again, as we mentioned, Cyprus real estate market is very diverse, it's very active, and there are many options, and just by coming without any knowledge, probably you can get lost and not find what you want and just be super confused. So that's how we usually structure the communication with the clients. We ask what they're looking for, the budget, investment strategy, the purpose. We schedule several calls, we give the options, and then we have like 2-3 options to choose from, and then we trip as planned. In this way, it's always very productive, and we feel that the client is satisfied, and the and we hit again all the boxes, and it's fine. Yes, so we have a question about Nicosia.
Well, I didn't mention Nicosia because Nicosia is, yes, it's a capital of Cyprus, and Nicosia is located in the middle of the island. It's not on the sea, it's not seaside town. And I would say that foreigners usually are buying property in the areas which I mentioned. Nicosia is very popular among local peoples, and Nicosia is popular within for foreign buyers who are living in Cyprus and have some business interests in Nicosia. So if we speak about Nicosia, then I would say it's not obviously not the town for relocation. I mean, for the foreign people who are choosing to relocate to Cyprus, but it might be a very good destination for the investment.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And yeah, we have a clarifying question. Probably what was asked before, maybe I misunderstood it. So like if the client purchases a property of 300,000 to apply for the permanent residency, is it still necessary to show income outside of Cyprus?
Yes, that's correct.
And is it possible to show this from like pension, some retirement or something?
I would prefer to double check this question with the lawyer. It's a good question. We will, if you can drop us your personal contacts, and I will double check it with the lawyer about the pension, and I will give you answers straight away.
Yeah, okay, so we'll clarify this. Yeah, but it's still necessary to show the income.
The income is, yes, it's necessary to show.
Okay, yeah, so let us know if there are any more questions. Otherwise, we are about to finish the webinar. We hope it was productive and insightful. So we shared the main advantages of buying in Cyprus, of getting a permanent residency there. Once again, we want to remind that in case or when the Cyprus will become a member of Schengen Union, the conditions can change. It can be more expensive. It can come to an end. Of course, we don't want this, but it's just, more expensive is the least thing that can happen to the program, because I'm sure that something will happen. And now is like the best moment to take this, especially what Elena mentioned about VAT, if you're looking for some really luxurious property, so we can do something for lower costs. So now is the right time to invest, and we will be happy to guide you personally based on your requests. So everyone who was registered, who was live, thank you so much for being with us. We will send you the link for the recording, and we will be happy to guide you further on a case-by-case basis on personal consultations. So thank you so much, and thank you, Elena.
Thank you, Alison. Thank you, everyone. And I'm looking forward to meeting you here in Cyprus. And before you come here, please send us your questions, and I'm here to assist you and help you. And I made a note about the question of about the pension, and I will get back to you. Thank you, and I hope we'll stay in touch.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.